I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome to T. Nolan and Sons Scania here in Castleisland in County Kerry. Now I'll be taking you for a full look around and a test drive of this 113D Scania top line. It's the old truck, guys. We're talking 28 years old, 1990. So yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you all around this and taking it for a drive. So yeah, I think it's time to get to it. So as we check out the exterior of this Scania, a lot of you drivers will remember these trucks back in the day. This one being 28 years of age, so quite an old truck here, and still in great condition. Of course, Nolan's done a full repaint finish on this truck last year in 2017, so it does look very well in the yellow and the blue. Another truck pulling in there. Yeah, so looking very, very nice here. And as we just walk around it here, you notice the exhaust stack here at the back, the M&Ox blowing out the exhaust emissions out the top, and we have our battery pack there in behind that cover, and full size wheels, of course, 22.5-inch rims, and the 3 steps leading up into the cab, and the flat step there on top. We do have a flat step on top of the new generation Scanias as well, so great to see that returning. The old top line cab there as well. Of course, the new cabs are a lot more spacious than this one. Now, this truck used to be a tractor unit, a 4x2 tractor unit. So, and it used to be white as well, originally white, but the chassis was extended and that axle on the back was added on as well. So, yeah, it's gone through many changes, this truck, to get it up to recovery specification. And we just have a look at the main boom there hanging out the back, so you would lift up your truck by that boom and pull your truck off the road. And we have our jacks there coming down the bottom of the truck as well, so they would drop down to the ground. We have ones on the front there as well, just to give the truck more stability as it's lifting up the boom and recovering your broken down truck or bus or whatever else is on the road. This truck will recover it. And just walking around here, just give you a look at that boom. It is a big one out the side, and we have all these compartments are dotted around the truck. We have all our controls there for the main boom lift and your winch. So that's how it looks on the side, and we've got all these storage compartments. I'll just show you, we have a big one there at the side as well, just for storing all that equipment that you need for doing your recovery work. But yeah, this truck was on a big recovery there about 3 or 4 days ago, and it took a broken down truck off the road that had its trailer wheels go up on fire. So yeah, all sorts of work. This truck will take care of it. Yeah, so I'm just going to walk around and show you in behind the grille. Okay, up goes the grille, and you see the big radiator we have in behind the grille here. Just look at the size of the inside one there, the whole way up, and the smaller one out in front there. And we even have an air horn out here as well, in behind the grille, and the old headlamps there. And even this was an additional feature as well back in the day, this plastic piece here. And we have our, you could top up your oil here and your dipstick there as well. And the coolant, you could top up the coolant with the grille closed. So that's what you could do back then, but you lift the grille on the new ones to top up your coolant, and that clips in very easily there. So yeah, and up on top as well we have the T. Nolan sign, and we also have the flashing lights there up on the roof as well, and the guys there just walking the greyhounds. Yeah, so that is how the outside of the recovery truck from Nolan's looks like. Let's have a look and check out the interior. So hopping inside of the old Scania, Of course, you'll notice on the door there we have that big handle. I used to like them on the older Scanias, and the fabric there on the door to match in with the seats. These seats covered up because it would be involved in a lot of dirty work with recovery work. And we have the fold out, or the pull out drawer there underneath the driver's seat for keeping all your bits and pieces. You'll notice we have a clutch pedal as well. This is a 10-speed gearbox, 5/5 in the GR871 gearbox, and we have a exhaust brake there on the floor as well. So grab our handle and hop inside. The steering wheel is not adjustable, so you are stuck with it in that position. Big steering wheel too. And yeah, there was good storage in these old Scanias back in the day. You had plenty of storage underneath the dashboard there, and also here as well for storing all your bits and pieces. And our 2 cup holders and our gear stick there, 5/5 as I said, in the 10-speed box, and your range changer there up and down from going from your low box to your high box. So we'll test that out on the road. And you notice as well, this was a bit of a problem with the old Scanias. They used to wear down there, and you would get a draft up through there, and drivers would stuff rags and all down there. Not really a good idea, but they did it. And yeah, so, oh yeah, the old fuse board here, you'll remember that as well. You would change all your fuses. Still located in the same location in the newer trucks. And the dashboard there, of course, Saab Scania back then as well, and just known as Scania on the newer trucks, of course, but it was a Saab Scania back in those days. And the old gauges as well. So we have our fuel gauge, engine temperature, battery voltage, oil pressure gauge, and our air pressure gauges down here as well. So we don't have air pressure gauges on the newer Scanias. They're all in graph form now. And your rev counter here as well. So the E just telling you when you're in its most economical position in the rev range. And our tachograph, of course, the old tachos. You would fill out your tacho and turn it in there, and off you would go on your day's work. And the old vents as well. You'll remember that these were almost like the old Saabs back in the day. The old vents in your Scanias. And your lighting switch there as well. And we also have a fog lamp switch down here. And moving over onto this side of the dashboard, we have our cigarette lighter, hazard warning switch, more lighting switches here, and your ashtray. And this would be to hold your revs. So you'd be able to hold your revs there. If you started up the engine, you could rev up your engine and hold it with that pull lever there. And you would knock off your engine here as well. You would pull off that. So you didn't turn off the engine with the ignition. You would pull that to turn your engine off. And we have our trailer brake there, and our handbrake here as well. And your old heating controls here, and your fan operation control there. And heated mirrors, body lights, work lights, and your lift axle, and your electric window for that side. So you could open up your window as well by that switch. Electric windows as well, which is pretty good for a truck of this age. We have a differential lock there as well. And the power takeoff switch, this was added on to this truck, so it did not come originally with a power takeoff feature. And we have another Scania there pulling off out of the yard. So you'll also notice as well the narrow windscreen. So the visibility would not have been the best out forward of this old Scania. Also on the side as well, the visibility could have been better, and it was already, of course, made better with the newer trucks. And storage up above the windscreen here as well, and our radio up here, and storage lockers here too, one on either side, and the old lamps here as well. Turn them to turn them on. And the sunroof as well, just pop it open. 2 handles there and just lift it straight up. No top bunk, just a bottom bunk here. Yeah, it's looking a bit dirty at the moment, but it is a working recovery truck, so you have to expect all this. And yeah, that's more or less how it looks on the inside. of the old Scania. And the horn as well. You would just press it there for your air horn. I think it's time to take this truck out for a drive. Okay, here we are. Let's start it up. The old Scania. I would put on my seatbelt, only there is none. So yeah, if any of you were following me on Facebook Live or Instagram Live yesterday, you would have seen my live post. I was not having a very good day. Bad traffic jam heading up to Dublin on the M7, and then for good measure there was another jam heading back down that evening. Yeah, it wasn't I wasn't having a good day yesterday, guys. Yeah, Friday, not good. But yeah, let's head away off in this Scania. Now you will notice it has a 400 badge at the front, but there is not 400 horsepower in this truck. There is only 360 horsepower, so somebody just changed the badge, guys, on the front, okay? And we have the old R series there, Streamline R series, the R580 there. Scania are still building them, I think until probably April or May of this year, maybe longer. People are still buying them, so Scania are still building the old R series. And later on I'm going to show you the new S650, the 650 horsepower V8 engine from Scania. I'll show you the inside of that cab, the new generation. So just going nice and handy here. But yeah, it's so loud in the cab, guys, this truck. So I'm in 5th gear now, and I flick up my range changer switch, and then we flick over to 6th gear. And yeah, the old Scania. I do notice the visibility out of the cab is not half as good as the newer Scanias. The dashboard is set lower on the newer ones. You can see, you have better visibility out of the newer trucks, of course. And yeah, we're in 7th gear now, but yeah, this truck is slow. It is slow. Into 8th gear. I think I'll just leave it in 8th until we get as far as the roundabout. But the cab, even the cab back then, was quite stable on the road. In these old cabs, they did have good stability. There wasn't that much pitching in the cab, which was also good in these old Scanias. So yeah, I'll just flick it up into 9th gear there. But yeah, she almost feels like she's labouring there. But will she? Yeah, she'll continue to pull slowly but surely. Yeah, there we are. But yeah, it certainly brings back memories, these old cabs. So what do you guys think? Have any of you driven this type of truck before? Very bouncy there. Some of them came with an 8-speed gearbox as well, so just 4/4 with the old 8-speed gearboxes. Let's just get it down into 8th gear and then back into 7th, and then we'll put it back into 6th and through the roundabout. And the big steering wheel, it's so big. You'd wonder why it needed to be so big. But yeah, no adjustment, so it's like I'm driving a bus, guys. The steering wheel almost set forward so much. Yeah, we'll get her into 7th gear now. Now we are up quite a steep hill now, but it's amazing. If I was pulling a recovered vehicle now, this truck would be very, very slow on the road. Only 360 horsepower, as I said. But yeah, I don't think we'll be keeping it in E mode. If we do, we'll be going up the hills very, very slowly. So back into 9th gear there now, and we'll go nice and handy. We'll go easy on the old girl, you know. But yeah, this truck, what mileage is on? Oh, I think it's gone well over the clock. it says 19,000 kilometers, but that could be genuine, who knows? But I don't think it is, I doubt it. Yeah, the old cabs and the mirrors as well. It's just, when you drive an old Scania like this, and I've driven the old ones, it just brings back memories. It's funny, it's funny. I'm sure a lot of you guys that were driving these cabs back in the day, you will have loved those trucks, I'm sure, back then. But the new trucks are just in a different planet compared to this truck, and I'll show you later on that new S650, the interior, Scania's newly revised V8 engine. So they've done big work to that engine. So I hope to drive one of them sometime in the future, hopefully. Hopefully Nolans will get one in and I'll take it for a spin and we can drive the new S650 or R650, whichever model they manage to get in. But just talking to one of the Nolans there, they say that it's got massive power. It's not too far off the level of the old R730s. So I'm just going to pull in here now, turn around and head back down the hill and get her back down into 8th gear and back into 7th gear and into 6th and pull in here. Yeah, we have sunshine and showers today. That is what's happening weather-wise. I just pull it back out here now, and I'm gonna flick down into 5th gear there. No problem to it. Downhill into 6th and into 7th and into 8th. So yeah, I'll just block shift from 8th into 10th. Yeah, no problem, downhill. Now, there is an awful lot of wind noise all around this area up here. Of course, the old Scanias, these doors, the tops of the doors, the seals, you can hear it there, it's gone mad, the wind. But the seals would wear away on the top of the door, and they would let in an awful lot of wind noise, as you can hear there. Just some of those problems with the old doors in the Scanias. And we also have a trailer brake here as well. This is something you don't see in trucks anymore, these trailer brakes. So you would pull the lever here and you would slow down your trailer and your truck. So yeah, they are long gone from trucks now. But just taking it nice and easy, heading down this hill now. And we're doing 80 kilometers now, and we're revving in at 1500 RPM. Oh, we have a BMW i8 there. Yeah, so nice and handy. Now, if it was a big truck with big power, guys, if we were driving at 80 kilometers, you'd only be doing about 1100 RPM, maybe even less. Maybe 1000 RPM, depending on your size of engine in your truck. But those revs are actually quite high at 80 kilometers there, 1500 RPM. Just puts a smile on your face, driving the old trucks, huh? And there we are, drive in this 28-year-old Scania. So I do hope you enjoyed the look around that Scania. I'm going to show you the new S650, the new V8 engine as well from Scania. I'll show you that now. But I just want to read out one comment here that came in from PCar911T. He says, can you do a video with that yellow Scania recovery truck that you showed at the beginning? So that was on the Truck Run for Katie video. So that's it, PCar. Job done. You've seen the recovery truck. I hope you enjoyed that. So let's go over now and have a look at this brand new S650, guys. So I'm just going to take you for a quick walk around this cab, just to show you how time has moved on in all of these years. So first of all, look at those alloy wheels. They do look very nice on this truck, and the middle axle there lifted up, and the V8 there. So this has 650 horsepower, and it no longer has an EGR valve. So the exhaust gas recirculation valve is now gone on this 650, and also on the 520 and 580 horsepower V8 engines from Scania. They no longer have EGR, and your AdBlue tank there going in between the chassis. As I just walk around here, I just want to show you as well, there is a second fuel tank to be fitted here. So you'll see the straps there that will hold in the second fuel tank, and the other one over there as well. So yeah, let's look around at the front. And of course, a hell of a lot more aerodynamic than all of the older Scanias. Very much improved than the old R series over there. The aerodynamics on the S series and also on the new R series. So I've got the key in my pocket here. We will open it up and just look at the key. We have the V8 on the back, and it's time to hop inside. So just a quick look now, guys, and you'll see we have 4 steps leading up into the cab, and the flat step there on top, which I really like. So and it's just on a different planet, guys, the interior of these trucks. Of course, I've done videos on these trucks, but not on the 650. So it would be nice to drive one of these maybe at some point in the future. But that is just another air deflector sitting on the seat there, just to protect them during delivery. But yeah, it's just, let me look at the dashboard here. Let me just turn it on with the ignition here. We get it into life. Yeah, so it's almost quiet on startup, the S650. Yeah, but you see yourself, the fit and finish on these new Scanias is just on a completely different level. Very nice, the steering wheel there and the red stitching, and all of our controls here. Something you would have only dreamed about driving the older Scania. But you'll see the flat floor as well in the S series, completely flat floor. Yeah, so nice. And all the switches on the door here as well. Yeah, let's switch this off. Oh yeah, what a truck. What a truck, guys. I wish. So that was the S650. It's just on a different planet compared to the older recovery truck I was driving. Nolans have just moved it around the back now. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed today's video looking at these trucks down here in T. Nolan and Sons Scania in Castle Island. And coming up next weekend, guys, we'll be looking at some very, very nice classic cars. You're gonna like them next weekend. Make sure you come back and join me for that video. But yeah, that's it from Nolan's, and I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all again next weekend for another video. So until then, take care and thanks for watching. Cheers!